Good afternoon, everyone. I pray that your Monday was filled with spaces and places of joy, time when you could laugh, when you could sing, when you could maybe dance, smell some flowers, or just appreciate all the beauty that surrounds you. I know this is later than when I normally post, but I'm going to do some self-revealing, some telling on myself. So this morning, well, let me go back. A couple of days ago, I strained the muscle in my neck. And so I've been kind of working on that, and it is getting better. Thank you for your prayers and your concern. But I was laying in bed this morning and I was scrolling through social media, and I ran across a post that was talking about a Zoom call that was focused on talking to ministers, young ministers, with a focus on young ministers, but it was only open to people under 50. And let me be clear in the very beginning, I didn't want to speak on the video. I just wanted to be a listener. I wanted to be in the audience. So I had responded to the person, and basically was told, well, we want to give the young ones an opportunity to talk. And I said, okay, but when I sent the last comment, I said something like, well, I'm sad because I'm 64 and I just wanted to join in. And the person did not respond, and I kind of moved on and started looking at other things, but I began to realize that my spirit was beginning to get unsettled. And so I tried to refocus my mind. I tried to do some other things and not think about it. I kept going back and forth to say, well, I should say something or whatever, because this felt a little bit like possibly ageism or whatever, but I understood that that really wasn't what it was. So to make a long story short, I eventually went back to the post and clicked on the actual link of the people who had convened it. And what it said, I actually said something to the effect of, but we will have another intergenerational conversation next week. And that made my spirit lighten. And I realized in that moment that I had gotten my abandonment issues had been triggered. And that's what I want to talk to you about. Sometimes when we get triggered, we don't even know that we are triggered. I realized that I had been experiencing the trigger of feeling left out, of feeling not good enough, of feeling as if I did not matter. And that was not the point of the post. That was not the point of the meeting that was being convened, but the little girl in me got triggered. So I want to just remind us, we talked about triggers a couple of weeks ago, that even as we grow, even as we go through our healing process, every now and then we will get reminders and we will become triggered. And we can't stop that from happening. I am not suggesting that you can. You cannot stop when you get triggered because you may not recognize it. Triggers may come from anywhere. But what we can do is to give ourselves a chance to be mindful, to recognize what's going on. Why am I feeling unsettled? Why am I feeling angry? Why am I feeling sad? When have I had these feelings before? To be able to recognize that, aha, light bulb moment, I'm being triggered. Now, having said that, it took me most of the day up till about 45 minutes ago to have that light bulb moment. I just got out of bed about 45 minutes ago. And when I realized it, I didn't all of a sudden say, oh, I was triggered, everything's fine. But I knew that whatever residue of feeling abandoned that had been triggered was there, that I needed to do something to combat it. I needed to do something intentionally to push my way through it, since I had now recognized where it came from. And so my doorbell rang, I had a package there, and when I went to go get the package, well, actually, when I was looking for a robe to put on so I could go get the package off my front porch, what came to my mind is an act of resisting the effects of triggers is to take a shower. Is to take a shower, to wash away, figuratively, whatever was on me, so I could press forward in a new space. I could press forward with a new outlook. And that's exactly what I did. I took a shower. And guess what? I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. Now, some of you may have listened to this and you all are very protective of me. Please do not come for the persons who put this together and said it's only for people under 50. They have a reason why they did what they did. And the actual conveners does have a plan to make it intergenerational the next time. Don't come for them, because that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to help us to recognize that even as we heal, even as we grow, even as we come to a greater place of ongoing peace, that every now and then we will be triggered. And we can't stop the triggers, but we can become much more astute at recognizing more and more quickly when we are triggered, so that we can intentionally do something to move from a state of, oh, woe is me, a state of depression, or a state of abject anger, that we can move towards a place of balance. I love each and every one of you, and I know that for some, this is a trying time, but I do believe, as I say a lot, that we will get through this together. But it has to be on purpose, and it has to be with intention, and it's an inside job. It starts with us taking care of self, practicing radical self-care, being very mindful of when we are triggered, being very mindful of when we are triggering others, and pledging to take care of ourselves in a way that honors ourselves on purpose. Love you, and I will talk with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.